Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. We're ready to start? The 21st Annual Latino Youth Conference. Give yourselves a hand for getting up this morning and making it here. A big clap, big clap. Thanks to the Grand Rapids Drive, most of you were greeted by buckets, their mascot this morning when you got off your bus. I have most of it on camera. You should have saw some of your faces. You like, And some of you gave him a high five, so I appreciate that. So we want to get started on time because we have some wonderful workshops that we want you to participate in. And it'll take some time with a group this large to get you to the various buildings on campus. Let me be the first, but not the last, to welcome you to the campus of Grand Rapids Community College. Yeah, that was a clap. Appreciate y'all. I'm Dr. B. Afina McNeely-Cobham. I serve as the Chief Equity and Inclusion Officer here on campus, but also co-chair of this year's Latino Youth Conference. I'd like to introduce to you some folks that'll come and greet you and say hello. And then from there, I'll invite my co-chair, Sonia Hernandez, to come up and direct us to our workshop sessions. Before you leave the facility, feel free to grab a beverage or fruit on my left side of the table before you go to your workshop sessions. Those refreshments are there for you. Quick announcement for the chaperones. You were provided an envelope when you checked in. Could you please look inside that envelope? And to the schools where it's applicable, we need you to divide up your students to the numbers that we gave you so that they have enough seats in the workshop sessions they're going to. So please use this time, chaperones, to look into that envelope and see whether or not your students are divided as Team A, Team B, or Team C, so that we can get the right numbers into our workshop sessions. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Grand Rapids Community College, but I'm curious, what do you think a president does? Just yell out an answer. What do you think? He works, yep. What else? Smart. See, smart, absolutely. That's what he is. What do you think a college president does? He runs everything. Perhaps. Anything else? Yell it out. No idea? Say it again. He takes care of everything. One more answer. What does a college president do? His job. Dr. Bill Pink is a native of Abilene, Texas, and the president of GRCC. He has been an educator for over 25 years, serving as a teacher or a coach in Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Oregon. Dr. Pink is also a successful college student athlete. As a basketball player, he earned awards for his athletic and academic achievements, including a 2016 induction into the York College Athletic Hall of Fame. Not long ago, he sat where many of you did, so it's not unimaginable if ever you wanted to become a college president. Many of you mentioned that he works a lot, and that's true, but today he cleared his calendar to spend some time with you. Please welcome GRCC's president, Dr. Bill Pink.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I hear you. I love that. I didn't hear anything back there. Good morning. Didn't hear anything over there, so let's do it again. Good morning. Good morning. All right, everybody. Okay, everybody stand up. Stand up. All right, is everybody up? Everybody up? All right, have a seat, sit down, good job. Woo-hoo. That's a tiny bit of exercise this morning. I want to take a minute to not only say welcome to Grand Rapids Community College. I have a question. How many of you have ever been to GRCC for anything? Raise your hand. All right. Okay, so that means the rest of you, if you have never been to this campus, raise your hand. All right. So what I need to tell you, whether you've been here or not, I need to first of all say welcome to college. You are on a college campus today. You are going to spend time in many of our buildings here. Some of you are going to go to our science building where you'll see a lot of interesting and cool stuff. Some of you are going to do things around other parts of campus. What I want you to do while you are in college today, you are at the college, so you're one of our college students today. What I want you to do is I want you to see what these buildings look like. I want you to talk to some of the people. You have a whole lot of who we call our GRCC family, people who work here. That's who we call our GRCC family. You'll have them all over campus today. You have them in the back of the room. You'll have them in this building. Every building you go to, you will see GRCC people. What I want you to do, I want you to picture yourself one day coming to college and coming to class, going to school, working on a college degree. That's what I want you to do today. I want you to imagine what that looks like for you. Because what I would love to see one day is each and every one of you come into these doors, not just for our Latino Youth Conference. I want to see you come into these doors as a GRCC Raider, as a college student, working to get a college degree. Because every one of you, I am convinced, is more than capable of doing that. And if anybody tells you different, you let them know that you already have in your community college a place that you know you are welcome to come. Doesn't matter who they are. If they say, college, what do you say, yes, I can become a college student and I can get through college because I already know that there's a college that says they want me to come. So you tell any and everybody that GRCC is the place that wants you to one day not only be a college student here, but I also one day would love to see you back in this room. This stage will be set up, it'll be longer than this, because when we have graduation, this is the building we have graduation in. So I think it would be really neat one day for you to come back to the Ford Fieldhouse. Yeah, it'll be a few years from now. You come back to the Ford Fieldhouse. You'll be wearing this big, funny-looking gown with a funny-looking hat, and you'll have a lot of family members here that night also, a whole lot of family members. And you will come up these stairs, and it'll be a much longer. You'll come way, and you'll walk over here. You'll shake hands with me. I'll tell you congratulations, and then we'll hand you your diploma. You can do that. You can be the college student that goes through this college onto the next university, onto a job, whatever it is. But you picture yourself today. That's what you're doing today. You learn from all the sessions, take it all in, but you picture yourself a college student, a successful college student. And while you're here, if there are any questions you have about any of what it takes to do that, you have people all around you today who will help you understand what that's like. They'll help you, they'll tell you things like, well, you gotta be ready for this, you gotta be ready for that. You have people here from Grand Valley State University that'll tell you about what that institution is all about. That's a great partner with GRCC. You talk to these people who are so focused on you being a college student and you being successful. You have that opportunity today. Ask questions, find out information. I wanna see you here one day. One individual that did just that came to this college, graduated from this college, went on to get his bachelor's degree, went on to get a master's, and then went on to get a doctorate degree, is the man I'm getting ready to introduce to you. Dr. Ron Gorman is right now the interim superintendent of the Grand Rapids Public Schools. He also serves, once that interim comes off, he serves as assistant superintendent for the district. Dr. Gorman is a very successful person when it comes to his work because he works hard. He does a great job for Grand Rapids Public Schools. What I want to tell you about Dr. Gorman is that not only does he do a great job and not only does he work hard, he is indeed a product of GRCC. He's one of our graduates. That's why we're always proud to know and see Dr. Gorman when he's back on campus, when he's out in the community, because he means a lot to the district, he means a lot to Kent County and the state, but he means a lot to GRCC. Please, I want you to yell and scream and applaud as I introduce to you the interim superintendent of GRPS, Dr. Ron Gorman.
So thank you, Dr. Pink. I truly appreciate that. Dr. Pink is my president. This is my community college, and I'm so honored to be an alumnus of Grand Rapids Community College. Please give Dr. Pink and his team a nice round of applause. Good morning, and welcome to the 21st Annual Latino Youth Conference. Like Dr. Pink said, my name is Dr. Ron Gorman, and I am currently the interim superintendent for the Grand Rapids Public Schools. 21 years ago, a GRPS administrator at Union High School, Ms. Leah Tobar, and a team of individuals had a vision to bring together Latino youth from all across the community, not just the Grand Rapids Public Schools, the greater Grand Rapids community. Thanks to our friends at Grand Rapids Community College and all of the staff, volunteers, and participating schools for carrying on this vision today. As the Latinx community, you are the fastest growing population in the area. And for many districts like the Grand Rapids Public Schools, you are the largest population we serve. According to the U.S. Census, from 1996 to 2016, the number of Latinx students enrolled in schools, colleges, and universities doubled from 8.8 million to 17.9 million, and now makes up 25% of total student populations nationwide. You have the power, you have the voice, please use it. You are the leaders of the future that we are counting on to take our schools and our communities to the next level. I want you to know that we stand with you. We are here to support you. This day is about you. It is about providing you with the knowledge and resources so that you can succeed beyond high school. I hope you take full advantage of this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, chaperones, it is my hope that we can account for all of our students at this time. Let's please get seated and settled, and let us remember to be respectful of our guest. We have a very special guest who is going to address you this afternoon. And I know you're very excited to be with your friends, but I'm going to ask that we lower the volume. After the keynote speaker, you will have an opportunity to visit the vendor tables. At this time, I am asking that you please be seated, be respectful, and lower your volume. Chaperones, if you can please help in getting your students settled so we can move forward in reading the bio for our guest speaker. I appreciate this so much. You guys are an awesome group of 8th graders. I'm still hearing a lot of chatter, so I need you to quiet it down. I get that you're excited and you just ate and you're probably ready to run, but at this time I need you to calm. So close your eyes with me for a minute. Just close your eyes. Let's pretend we're on an island somewhere. Let's pretend the sun is shining and the wind is blowing. And it's calm. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're an awesome group of young people. And at this time, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce your keynote speaker for the Latino Youth Conference. Greisa Martinez Rosas is the Deputy Executive Director at United We Dream. United We Dream is a national, nonpartisan, membership-based organization of over 100,000 immigrant youth and allies. Led by its 55 affiliate organizations in 26 states, United We Dream advocates for the dignity and fair treatment of undocumented immigrant youth and their families. Originally from Hidalgo, Mexico, Greisa came to the United States with her family at a young age as an undocumented immigrant and grew up in Dallas, Texas. Greisa studied political science and economics at Texas A&M University, where she co-founded the Council for Minority Student Affairs, the first undocumented youth-led group in the university's 100-year history. The co-founder of the Texas Dream Alliance, she has been a fellow with the League of Young Voters, a 2018 fellow with the Opportunity Agenda Communications Institutes, and has organized immigrant youth, students, and workers for the passage of pro-immigrant policies at the local, state, and national level for the past decade. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring on stage Greisa Martinez Rosas. Do you need the wireless? Do you need this one? Yeah. Awesome.
How y'all doing? Good. Okay. I heard y'all had some good burgers. Oh, okay, I didn't. My name is Greisa Martinez Rosas. I am undocumented, unafraid, queer, and unashamed. And thank you. You guys, you have no idea how proud I am to be here with you all. Raise your hand if you knew exactly what you're going to do 3 months from now. Okay. Okay, some of you are planners. That's usually not who I am, but honestly, I just want to thank the organizers of this event that gave me such a beautiful thing to look forward to 3 months ago. And I've been counting down the days to come here to Grand Rapids, Michigan to be with you. Hey! So I want to start off with something really simple. First off, I want you guys to stand up. No. Okay, so the first thing is that we're going to say, we're going to make it through these next 15 minutes together. Are you ready for that? Yes. Yeah. So what I want you to do is say hi, give a high five to your buddy, say, we got this, buddy. We got this, buddy. We got this. All right. Now, I want you to take a deep breath in with me. One deep breath. And then out. One breath in. And out. And I want you to feel your feet on the ground as you're standing. Plant them. I want you to look up to the ceiling, to the side, the other one. And I want you to know that deep in your heart, you were meant to be here today. We were meant to be here today. And we have every right to be here. Now you may sit down. I wanted to share something about myself. Who here is an immigrant or comes from immigrant parents? Raise your hand. Hey. Woo! That's my story too. I came to the U.S. with my mom and my dad when I was just 8 months old. We're from Mexico. Where are people from Mexico at? Hey. My family and I hear some other countries. What other countries? Guatemala, Puerto Rico, We are all made from such diverse countries. And for me, my story started when I was 8 months old. My mom and my dad, they just couldn't survive in our state of Mexico anymore. And they took a brave decision that I know some of your parents had to make as well. They decided to cross the Rio Grande. And I remember how cold the water felt on my skin, but I held on tight to my mom's hand. I remember how the water current almost slipped me and my little sister away, but we held on tight to each other's hands. And I remember when we made it to the other side of the river, and we celebrated and we cried, and we thanked God for allowing us to make it to the other side. And sisters and brothers, I will tell you that every day I thank the universe and my mom and my dad for all of their sacrifices. I thank them because I remember seeing my mom work really hard at home to make food, to make sure that we were comfortable. Who has an awesome mom like that? Hey, give it up for the moms. And I remember seeing my dad work every single day. He came home with his boots really dirty, like all of his hands hurting because he was a carpenter. And I remember how hard it was to sometimes pay the bills at home. And I also remember how scared I was. Scared that one day they wouldn't be home when I came back from school. Scared that they may not be there to hug me and celebrate birthdays with me. And I remember in 2006, there was this law passed in Washington, D.C. And the law said that people like my mom and my dad, the people who worked every day with their hands and their feet and came home tired, that they would be considered people that would not be welcomed here. And I just remember feeling like, what? They worked so hard. We did everything that we thought we needed to do. Why won't they welcome us here? And I just remember this feeling in my stomach, kind of like afraid, kind of mad, kind of like I gotta do something about this. Raise your hand if you've ever had a feeling like that. Yep. And what I did was I said, no, we can't let this happen. And so my sisters and my little sister and my friends from high school, what we decided to do is organize a high school walkout. And I remember I was really scared because I'd never done this before, but I'd seen people in California do it and in Michigan do it. And I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. And so then I remember going around and like talking to my teachers about it, and they supported me in the idea. And then one day we chose it. We said, okay, at 3 p.m., when we were in math, we're going to walk out. And at first I was really scared. I thought nobody was going to come. I thought I was going to be like, yeah, 3 p.m. all by myself. And then I thought that people weren't going to care what like a young undocumented girl was going to say. And when I left my class and I saw the hallway and it was empty, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so embarrassing. No one's going to walk out with me, and then my mom's going to have to come pick me up early because I can't go back. That would be really embarrassing. And then all of a sudden, I opened the doors to the front, and there were like hundreds of people out there. All of them waiting to figure out where we were going to march, what we were going to do. All of them also ready to take action with us. And that's the moment where I knew that young people like you all, we are the ones responsible for showing up for our families. We are the ones able to create a message of hope and opportunity. And so my first message to you, sisters and brothers, is don't wait. This country has been shaped by young people just like you and me. Who has heard of the civil rights movement? All right. There was this organization called the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and it was made up of young Black students. And what they did is they went down to the South to organize their communities, to be able to say that black people in this country deserve dignity and respect and the right to vote. And they changed history. They were young people just like you. In this moment, who's heard of the Dreamers and young undocumented people? Yes. Those are young people that are demanding that immigrants and people of color and Latinos in this country are treated with dignity and respect right here, right now. And sisters and brothers, I believe deep in my heart that you all have everything that takes to change the course of history in this country. You don't have to wait until you grow up. You don't have to wait until you graduate from college. You can do that change right now. Do you believe me? I don't know. Do you believe me? All right, that was better. I felt it in my heart. The second one I will say is that after we did the student walkouts and we did what we had to do, I just really thought about like what's going to happen to me. And I decided to go to college, and I decided to continue to organize, and I studied biology. You heard it in my thing. And the biggest thing that I learned from going to college was that it was my best decision, because that's where I met the people that would help me build this movement on young people. So the second thing I want to share with you is that you must invest in yourself. Whether that's going to college, whether that's following your passion. Are there any artists here, people that like to draw? Yes. Are there any people here that like to sing? Yes. Any people here that like computers? People that like to write? Hey, the writers in the room. Sisters and brothers, I tell you that we need every single one of you to prioritize, to make number one being better, being the best at that craft that you do, because that's the gift that we all bring into this world. Your writing, your drawing, your ability to speak to other people, even the abilities to organize parties. That's the things that we need right now, and I need you to prioritize that. Will we do that together? Oh my God. One more time. Will we do that together? Oh, that's right. The third thing that I want to share with you is about miracles. Who believes in miracles here? I believe in miracles, and I tell you why. Because I told you I was a baby, and I had to cross the Rio Grande waters, and I made it. And I told you that I was undocumented and really, really afraid. But it was only a miracle that allowed me to come to do all of the things necessary for me to be here right now in Michigan with you all. And I tell you that those things that you may not feel like it's like hope, that sometimes it feels really hard, that you don't know what's going to happen and you're kind of scared. Raise your hand if you've ever felt like that. Yeah, I feel like that too. But the thing that gets me through those moments is this deep belief that my family, that my mom, that my dad, that my sisters, and I, no matter what, we're gonna be okay. That we have our ancestors. Our ancestors are the people that paved the way before us. The people that ensured that you were here today, that you had the food that you needed. Your grandmothers, your great-grandparents, all of those ancestors, their ideas and their emotions and their wishes for you live in you. Who has ever heard someone say, hey, you look a lot like your grandma or your grandpa? Yeah. Or your tío or your tía? Yeah. And just like you look like them, your heart has pieces of them. And they made it through hard moments just like you. And you will make it through hard moments right now. So sisters and brothers, I want to be able to share this song. It's a poem written by a black poet. Her name is June Jordan. Raise your hand, the writers again, the people that like to write stories and poems. June Jordan is your ancestor. She's the woman that wrote these words for you. And this poem is easier sang than read out loud. So I want you to join me in standing up. Oh, I know, all that burger and chips. Okay, are you ready to sing after me? I hear some no's, I hear some yeses, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay. Whenever I sing, whatever I sing, you sing back to me, okay? And I want you to put this thing into perspective. This gym is the gym where people graduate from college. This gym is the gym that will see you in a couple of years from now, turn your tassels over. And in this gym, we want these walls to hear what it felt like to have 800 young black and brown people take over this place. Are you ready? To have the walls hear us and remember? Okay. We have come too far. We won't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice. We are freedom bound. Yo, I feel you so much over there. Okay, I know it was a new song, so we're gonna try it one more time. And this time, I want you to think about your moms, the people that love you, that work every single day to make sure that you have what you need. I want you to think about the people that invest in you, that believe in you, and that believe that you can do something. Are you ready? Take a deep breath in. Out. We have come too far. We won't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice. We are freedom bound. So, I'm going to teach you 2 chants that we use at the immigrant youth spaces. Are you ready to learn them? Yes. Okay, these are just, when I say undocumented, you say unafraid. Yeah? When I say undocumented, you say what? When I say sin papeles, you say sin miedo. Sin papeles. And then I say no papers, and you say no fear. You ready? Okay. Undocumented. Undocumented. Sin papeles. Sin papeles. No papers. No papers. Okay, we're gonna try it one more time, because I know the food is settling in. Y'all are trying to get your energy up. Y'all ready? So I say undocumented, you say unafraid. Undocumented. Undocumented. Sin papeles. Sin papeles. No papers. No papers. Okay, now I'm going to do it without the mic, because I feel like y'all are ready. Okay. All right, the next one. One more before you sit down. This one was put together and arranged by Black organizers in Florida. And their names are the Dream Defenders. And this is the thing that I want to leave with you. You all are powerful. You all have the ability to transform yourselves and your family. And I believe in miracles, the miracles of getting through the moments of uncertainty and when you're afraid, and the moments of feeling really powerful and ready to take it on. So, when I say, it's a repeat after me. Are you ready? Okay, everybody stand up. Okay. Power. Transformation. Miracles. I want it. I need it. I got to have it. Are you ready again? Okay, this one feels good when you stomp the floor. Okay. Power. Transformation. Miracles. I want it. I need it. I got to have it. Right here. Right now. One more time and let these walls and this floor feel what it feels like for young Black and brown people to take it over. Are you ready? You can sit down now. Now, as I close up, who feels like energy running through your body? Yes. Sisters and brothers, I know that these days might be scary for some of us. I know that there might be people in our path that don't believe in all of the potential that we have. But I want to remind you of all of the power and love and support that surrounds you. So if you're a chaperone, a teacher, someone that organized this event, raise your hand. You see all the hands? All those hands are ready to support you. All those hands are ready to make sure that you have what you need. You have your own hand. I see it. The last thing I'll share with you is this. My dad was a carpenter. He was the guy that used to cut the wood and build houses and build restaurants. Anyone's dad out there a carpenter? Yeah. And we were really poor. And I had applied to a bunch of schools, and I was really afraid because it was really expensive. And I remember coming to my dad one afternoon. He was working in the back, and I was like, oh man, I need to ask him for $50, and I'm not sure if he's gonna have it. And I remember like going in the back in his wood shop and like going like kind of like, oh, and he saw me in the corner of his eye and he knew that I wanted something. So before I could even say something, he's like, agarra ese martillo, grab the hammer. And I was like, oh no, he's gonna ask me to work. But then I needed the $50, so I picked up that hammer. And while we were like nailing stuff down, I said, papi, necesito $50. Dad, I need $50. And I saw a look of shame in his face. and of sadness. And the look immediately told me that he didn't have the $50 to give to me. And I felt kind of bad. But instead of saying no, my dad said, "Put the hammer down." And I was like, okay, good, I don't have to work no more. And then he said, "Mija, mira tus manos. Look at your hands." And I was like, oh my God, just tell me you don't have it and I can go figure it out. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at my hands. And then he said, "In your hands you have gold. En tus manos tienes oro." And I was like, no, because I just need $50 and I don't see the $50 in my hand. And he said, "I don't have the money to give to you right now. But with these hands, we're going to do everything possible to make sure that we have them. With your hands, we're going to do everything possible for you to be ready to go to school and advance your dreams." And that week, my mom made gorditas and we sold them at church. My dad took extra shifts at work. I went to babysit. With these hands, my family was able to put together $300, way more than I needed for me to go to school. And that was a reminder to me that though things may not be as we want them to be, as perfect as we deserve them to be, though we may not have all of the tools at our disposal, we have hands full of gold, and we have family and people that love us that are ready to use them to support us. And so I will say that in this moment, the people that I represent, undocumented immigrant young people, we're in a difficult moment. It's hard to be an immigrant in this country today. But I know that with these hands, and your hands, if you join us, we can make things better for all of us. And so in this moment, there are people surrounding this community college that may not have enough to eat, that may be really scared about their dad being deported just like I was, that may not know what they're gonna do to pay for college. And I want us to raise our hands full of gold and to send them good energy, to say, we got this. You're not alone. We got this. You're not alone. Send them good energy. And with that, sisters and brothers, just know that my hands are ready to have your back. My hands are ready in doing the work every day to make sure that this country is delivered to you with the best intentions and the best structure so that you can be powerful. But my reminder to you again is, don't wait. This is your moment. This is your time. Invest in yourself and make room for miracles. Thank you very much for having me here today. Thank you very much for the organizers for putting this event together. Y sí se puede. Hasta la victoria.
While we're showing appreciation, I want to say thank you to the Leadership Council who put this together. You don't have to clap for each one because that'll be a lot. I'm going to run through the names real quick, and then when I'm done, we can give a big clap to them, and then Ms. Sonia Hernandez is going to come up to tell you what's next. John, can you move the slide? So our logistics chair, Jennifer Smith, we're not going to clap yet, but thank you to her and Amari and Jonathan on logistics. Next one. Lorena Aguaro Marquez, our chair of fundraising. Her committee is Dr. Juan Olivares. Wait, go back one. I missed the name. And Jackie Hernandez. Next one. To our workshop session chairs or educational sessions, so the people who helped bring you your workshops today, Monica Zavalla and Melissa Baker. Their committee was Santiago Gaitan, Liz Juarez, JP Aguirre, and Vanessa Cervantes. Next slide. To Mr. Elino Cortez Figueroa, he's chair of our registration. So when you walked in this morning, the nice gentleman in the suit who didn't want to wear a shirt like us, who was checking you all in, he's back there. Next slide. To Oswaldo Hernandez, our chair of volunteers with his committee, Maria Botuelo, Zodimar Johnson, Sylvia Batia, and Marcela Morales Morris. Next slide. Adriana Alma is chair of marketing. I think we got 2 more. Javier Cervantes, who's chair of vendors, and Beline Salas, who's on his committee. And Francisco Ramirez, you're going to receive some email communications in the next week or 2 from Mr. Ramirez about how this conference was and what other workshop topics that we could introduce. His committee, Dr. Ryan Nueda and Selena Flega. Let's give them all a big hand. So now, Ms. Sonia, if you could come up and tell them what's next, that'd be great.
Wow, what a day. Give yourselves a round of applause for being so patient and attentive. What do you think of the speaker? Thank you. Thank you for being here, Ms. Martinez Rosas. Next, we're getting ready to end our conference. This will be the time that you can visit our vendors while your chaperones wait for the buses. And so we will have people waiting by the doors. You will exit those brown doors that are right over there. Do you see the exit signs? There's 3 sets of doors. You see Mr. Ramirez waving at you and Mr. Elino waving at you. That's where we're going to exit, okay? So when your buses get here, they will notify me. I will come onto the mic and say, only an example, Burton Middle School, your bus is here. Okay, so don't get up. It's just an example. Okay? So I need you to be listening. But now is the time to get up, visit the vendors until your buses get here, and then be listening for your bus and your school.